What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Chazz Ellis once again, and here's another clip from Fit and Fearless. I know a lot of y'all be like he's too harsh and stuff like that, but I like the dude because I feel like his heart is in the right place. And I think a lot of times he does give out good information, even if maybe y'all might not like the packaging because it hurts your feelings a little bit. But check this out: he's talking to a guy who is struggling living in his car.
You live in your car.
Yeah, so it should be good.
It's
right?
gotten worse. Here we go. The more I ask you, the more so, my Lord. This man living in his car. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Why do you live in your car, bro?
It's
You say you working 3 jobs. You say you
it's a
working
little
3 jobs.
cheaper. It's just a little cheaper, isn't it? You know, I can work it. Hear me out, Fit. Please hear me out. Hear me out. I know it sounds asinine, but hear me out. If I'm sleeping in my car, right, and I work here in it. I don't know the sun, and I work here. I can work, go to sleep, wake up, and go back to work. I can.
Yeah.
It's like a really short. You know what I mean? I can grind overtime to turn my life around. You feel me?
How much
You know what
money
I
you
mean?
making a month, bro? How much money you making a month?
Oh man. Oh, maybe 1,000, bread. 1,000. I put in maybe I work 17 hours a day, but
How are you working 17 hours a day and you only making
I
1,000?
swear to you, I have the pay stubs. I can prove it on me. On me.
Okay, it's time to get a different job.
Okay.
If I'm making $1,000 a fucking month and I'm working 17 hours a day, the first thing I'm gonna be doing is not working that fucking job. And I'm living in my car. Come on, bro. This is what I'm talking about. I think you guys like suffering. There's no way as a man that you would be pissed off about your situation and you wouldn't be doing everything in your life, in your power to change it. If I'm making $1,000 a month, got a little dick, I'm fat, I'm living in my car, I will be pissed the fuck off. I will be figuring out something to fucking do to change. There's no way I would not be allowing myself to go through this. I will be doing something.
He's not wrong, man. He's not wrong. Now, living in your car in and of itself, it doesn't have to be like the most horrible thing in the world because you can save money like that. But the fact that you're making 17, or you're working 17 hours a day and you're making $1,000, bruh, you a slave. I hate to be the one to tell you, emancipation came. I don't know where you were. I don't know what was happening, what was going on in your mind when it happened, but emancipation has come, my brother. You got to get off of this plantation they got you on. I don't know what they're doing to you. I don't know is it Diddy? I mean, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's happening in your life to where you are working 17 hours and making $1,000 a month, 17 hours a day, $1,000 a month. There's no way you can put that together where that makes sense. You must like suffering. You must like to suffer because you are actually putting forth the time and energy to work, to not make any money. It would make more sense to me, to be real with you. It would have made more sense to me if you asked him what he did all day. And he was like, man, I like to smoke. I like to drink. I just sit back and lay down. I don't work. I never work, or I work 6 hours a week. If he would have said something like that, then I'd have said, okay, that makes sense. You know what? I get that more. I get that more than a person who works hard only to be broke and living in their car. I never understand people like that. I never understand somebody who goes to work at a job that doesn't pay anything. I don't get that. Look, there's some things that are difficult to change and that you can't really do much about. I understand that. But you can do something about working at a job that you don't make any money at when you go to work every single day for long periods of time. You could go back to school. You could just get a certificate. You could look for something different because you got to think, you're working 17 hours a day. You're not making any money anyway. So you could just go work at a fast food restaurant, or you could go work at a grocery store and you could do better than that. And in the meantime, you could go back and get a trade, go to trade school, become an electrician, become a mechanic, get into HVAC, do something like that where you can actually make real money. You can make, in that same amount of time that you're sitting around making $1,000, you could be coming with, because you're working a lot of hours. If you have one of those skills, and you were working the same amount of time, willing to put that same type of energy in, you might be getting $20,000 a month. If you had a real skill and you were still willing to work that amount of time, what most people do is they'll either work a whole bunch of time at a job that pays nothing, or they'll work a very little amount of time at a job that pays well. Because most people, I believe deep down inside, don't actually want to do better. They want to talk about doing better, but they actually don't want to change their life so they can do better. A lot of people just like to live in misery so that they can complain. Because I do believe this. I think a lot of people feel like if I was to fulfill my destiny, if I was to actually live out my dreams and I still didn't feel happy or I still couldn't get some of the other things that I wanted, then what would my life be about? How would I feel then? I think some of y'all are afraid to succeed because you can't deal with the pressure that comes along with having all the things on paper that you're supposed to have in order to get girls, have friends, be happy, have confidence. I think some of y'all avoid it because you don't want to actually deal with the pressure of what you should be once you attain a certain amount of success.